Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever had an experience you can't explain any other way, or don't want to? Once, shortly after my grandfather's death, I was alone in his house, late at night, sitting in the living room watching TV. For some random reason, I was thinking of him. It had nothing to do with what I was watching. He just appeared in my thoughts. And then I heard a noise in the kitchen, like a thud. Investigating, I found his portrait laying on the floor, having dropped from its spot on the wall there. Let's just say every light in the house was turned on at that point. Now, I can't explain why at that moment Grandpa decided to leap off the wall. The nail was still secure in the plaster, the frame's wire intact. Maybe ghost is the wrong word for the story I am about to tell you. Perhaps when I am done, you can tell me. As I said in an earlier Simply story, my mom passed away over 10 years ago. She was a remarkable woman. One of 6 children, grew up without a father figure for the most part. Her mother took in sick children from the hospital who had been abandoned, and once cared for in their home would be adopted out or illness would just take. Mom gave birth to 4 of us. She held down full-time jobs at a time when women were just starting to have to do that to make a family's ends meet. She was smart, beautiful, loved a good cold beer, and made birthday cakes with coins in its batter, so every slice came out with a surprise. She carried around a kombucha mushroom with her for years, decades before it became a fad, drinking its nectar at scheduled times throughout the day. She did lemon cleanses and took supplements. A nervous breakdown challenged her near her retirement, the stresses of so much change getting the better of her for a while. But she bounced back, resilient as always. She loved my father dearly, and they did everything together. In the end, liver cancer sealed her fate. From diagnosis to death, it seemed to go so fast. But is it ever long enough? We lived a province apart, but she and I had a deeply special and emotional 7 days together before she passed, where we connected in a way unlike any time before it. I will always be so very grateful for that. But Mom, being the passionate, stubborn, and determined woman that she was, has not allowed death to stop her from visiting from time to time, checking up on me, as it were. She doesn't appear as an apparition or photo orb. Objects do not tumble off countertops, doors do not shut by themselves, or clocks stand still. No, she visits me in my sleep. I'll be dreaming away in full-on allegory, metaphor, or other dream speak, and she will simply saunter in, take up a comfortable seat, pop the cap on a brown stubby, and watch the images unfold. Sometimes she'll speak or smile. She always gives off this deeply warm, comforting sensation, like a swaddle or an all-encompassing embrace, as if to reassure me that everything is all right. Her presence never part of the dream itself. It still carries on as if she weren't there. But I can see her, and that's all that matters. The few chats we have had are about what is happening in my life at the time, she nodding, all ears as I babble, offering up quick words of wisdom or advice. She never passes judgment. She doesn't stay long, but long enough to remind me that we are of the same cloth, the same reflection, that her legacy is now in me and I am passing that onward to my children, just as her mother did for her. Parents do that. It's been perhaps 2 months since her last visit. I haven't been sleeping well as my wife and I recently moved. Our surroundings not quite feeling like home just yet. Dreams scattered, so Mom may not have a strong enough foundation to appear. But if I know her, she won't wait for me to get my act together. So I always make sure to leave a chair out for her, just in case.